Man, listen, I'm here talking to you about the Midwest Fire Weekend. That's going to be from July 31st to August the 3rd. Make sure you come out, your family and yourself. Support the I.S.U.P.K. It's a lot going on in the world today, man. America turned its back on us a long time ago, but now you get to see what's happening. In the light of all of that, let's bring Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians together again with this Midwest. Information at the bottom of the screen. Hit isupk.com. Call the number for any questions.
All right, he'll start my bitch.
And this whole team gonna have an incredible panel. They're gonna be bringing heavy topics. You already know how they get down. Then General Yohanan breakdown class, scripture breakdown class. Any questions you got about the Bible or life period? You want to tune into this class, man. Or make sure you can be there. You know what I'm saying? Here. Go from here. You want to know where you want to go from? You know what I'm saying? Then, after that, Saturday, what we got? We gotta come back and give back to our community, man. We're gonna be a little village in Chicago with our brown brothers, so-called Hispanics. We're gonna be giving out clothes, food, you know what I'm saying? School supplies, man. Come get what you need, man. Come support this, man. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, of course, we're going to a day party. We gotta go kick it with the brothers and sisters in the streets. You know, that's how we do, man, in the I.S.U.P.K, man. This the Midwest Fire Weekend. You know what I'm saying? Then it don't stop. Sunday, that's when we gonna have the cookout. The cookout, black and brown cookout. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have so-called black, so-called Hispanic coming together. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have vendors, free food. Yes, free food. Who don't want free food, man? Come get some free food. Come let your children have a good time. You come have a good time, man. Black and brown cookout. Midwest Fire Weekend. It's gonna go down, man. Make sure you get with us, man. Come enjoy this beautiful city, man. Come enjoy it with the I.S.U.P.K, man. The real priests and prophets of the Lord. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Hey, Shalom. This Precinct Officer 1000 My Yard, I.S.U.P.K Chicago, and one of the hosts of the Roundtable, the Truth Podcast. Here to personally invite you to come out to the 8th annual Midwest Fire Weekend. You know what I mean? It's going to be Thursday, July 31st to Sunday, August the 3rd. Yo, we got to have it's going to be a breakfast and sip with none breakdown class, one of the deep need. Then we jump over to Friday, you know what I mean? We're going to be doing expungements and gun rights. It's called Are We Done Yet and Where Do We Go From Move over to Saturday. We got a Native American, man. This is a black and brown event. You come and let the I.S.U.P.K help you with back to school products, put some food on your table. The prophets of the Lord, you know what I mean, and have a good time. Then we're going to roll over Midwest Fire Weekend Black and Brown Unity Cookout. Man, it's going to be at Calumet Park Beach. Everything is free food, free drinks, you know what I mean? Bouncy houses and everything for the kids, free games. Come on out, man. Bring the family. You are thoroughly and officially invited to come out and see Black and Brown Unity on a level you have never seen it before. So once again, this is Precinct Officer 1000 My Yard. I'm inviting you to come out to the 8th annual Midwest Fire Weekend, July 31st to August 3rd. Shalom. Hey, Shalom. This Precinct Officer 1000 My Yard, I.S.U.P.K Chicago, and one of the hosts of the Roundtable, the Truth Podcast. Here to personally invite you to come out to the 8th annual Midwest Fire Weekend. You know what I mean? It's going to be
SHALAM. I imagine Wapanya Hakudam, which means stand, turn and face the east. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer, or Slaki, we're going to send up the prayers in the Hebrew and English. Everyone repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamaya, Nathundanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Daba Ya'a Nawa. Samyam, Aman. Done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily. We forgive our debtors. Deliver us, like it, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. I cock the power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, La Rapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazariah, Hakak, Lahakoyim, Hamathim, Hakak, Arakawat, Hatama Allah, the Garshan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water, Aman, in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Mayaka'ala, Wa Alahayah, Tazab Ya'ah, Alawak Yahanna, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kwatazayanyam, Ha Kayayoyam, Wa Ha Akwatyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water, Aman, in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahanna, the officers, the generals, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izarya, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tizalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Atka, Waba Wa'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'aid Abalam. Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Salaki. I didn't check before I started. So just let me know if y'all can hear me. In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forward and even forevermore. Psalms 83. One second. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, all damayalaka, all takarash, wa all tashakwat, all kaya, hana, awiyabika, yahama yawan, wa mashanayaka, nasha'aw, ra'ash, al tazapawanyaka, amarwa, lakawa, wanakakilim, Magoya, Lab, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashamai Alayam, Mawaaba, Wahagaryam, Gabal, Wa'ima 1, Wa'imalak, Palashath, I'm Yashabi, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sara'a, Kayabin, Banakal, Koyashun, Nasha Madwa, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'a Dama, Shayatamwa, Nadiyamawa, Ka Irab, Wa Kaza'aba, Wa Kazabak, Wa Katazamanai, Call Nasiyakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Na Yarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na Awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Dalahat, Haryama, Khan, Dharadapma, Basa Iraka, Waba Sawapatka, Zabahalam, Mala'ab, Panyaham, Kalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahola, Ad, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, call Ha'arataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot. Do unto them, it's like Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zeeb. Yeah, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zamunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like it will, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the mountains, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, make them be confounded, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yeah, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, hands down, Yajimata, Sar, Yashaka, which means to be seated. All right. We got today, man. What we got today? All right, so today, first of all, clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with any so-called Israelite group. You understand? We're not the ones in purple, and we're not the ones getting paid. This is the I.S.U.P.K Sabbath service. Okay, today we will be reading out of the book of Exodus, chapter 40, starting at verse 30. And we'll read into the book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 15 is where we'll stop. All right, so as always, you want to get your Blue Letter Bible app, or if you have Tanakh, that works as well. And I'm going to put it up on the screen. So if you don't have those things, just follow along with me. Exodus chapter 40, which is the last chapter of the book of Exodus. So what we got here? We got Princess Itara in the building. Tashara checking in. We got Officer Yaakov Wong. We got Officer Kawan. We got Sister Just Starting to Paint. We got James Fertrell. All right, young man James. We got Trooper Gabaria Allah checking in. We got Princess Nizam Anna. You understand? All my usual suspects. All right. So let's get into it, man. We're going to read the book of Exodus chapter 40. I'm going to start at verse 38. Let me put my screen. All right, here we go. The book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 38 in Hebrew. Kaya Ainun Yahweh Al Ha-Mashakan Yawamam Wa'ash Da Haya La Ya La Bawa La Ayan Ya Call Bayath Yasha'ala Bakal Masa'ai Yaham. All right. So clap it up. That's the end of the book of Exodus. You know what I'm saying, which we'll go back to, when we read it in the English. But that is the end of the book of Exodus. The book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 1. Waya Kwara'a Al Masha Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Yawa Ma Ahol Ma Wa'id La Amar. Verse 2. The bar all Banya Yasha'ala Wa Marath Alahayim Adam Kaya Ya Kwarab. It's like a Y Ya Kwaryab Makam Kwaraban La Yahweh Mana Ha Baham Ha Ma. It's like a Mana Haba Kwar Wamam. It's like a woman. Ha Taza A Na Tha the Kwar Yabwa Atha Korab Kana. It's like a Korab Nakam. Verse 3. Ama Al Korab Nawa Mana Habakwar Zakar Tamayam Yakwar Yaban Wa All Pathak Ahal Mawa'id Yakwaryab Athwa La Ratazanawa La Panya Yahweh. Verse 4. Wa Samak or Wa Samka Yadwa Al Ra'ash Ha'ilha Wa Narataza La Lawa La Salaki Lawa La Kapar Al Yawa. Verse 5. Verse 5. Wa Shakat Ath Ban Ha Bakwar La Panya Yahweh Waha Kwara Yabwa Banya Haran Ha Kahanyam Ath Hadam Wazarakwa Ath Hadam Al Ha Mazabak Sabayab Ashar Pathak Ahal Mawa'id. Verse 6. Wa Ha Pashayat Ath Ha Ayla Wa Nathak Atha La Nathak Yaha. Verse 7. Wa Na Thaya. It's like a Wa Na Thanwa Banya Aharan Ha Kahan Asha I'll Ha Mazabak Wa I Rakwa I Tazayam Al Ha'ash. Verse 8. Wa I Rakwa Banya Aharan Ha Kahanyam Ath Ha Nathakyam Ath Ha Ra'ash Wa Ath Ha Padar Al Ha Aitaza Yam Ashar Al Ha'ash Ashar Al Ha Mazabak. Verse 9. Wa Kwarabwa Wa Kara'ai Yawa Yarakataza Ba Mayam Waha Kwa Tayar Ha Kahan Ath Hakal Ha Mazabakha Ayla Asha Rayak Na Yakawak La Yahweh. Sweet. Ooh. Hey, one of y'all out there about ready for your name. That might, one of you sisters might get this name. Yakawak. Yeah. Yakawak or Yakak. Yeah, one of y'all might get that name. All right. In the English, the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 38. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. So again, that is the book of Exodus, chapter 40. You understand? And again, that cloud, that cloud of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? We know that to be the chariot of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like the Most High doesn't sit on a literal cloud. He's not riding around on a cloud like Goku. All right, he's in those things that you look up in the sky and you see flying around that they call UFOs. The world calls it UFOs because they don't want you to know that these are the chariots of the Lord. That those UFOs are not aliens, but they are angels. Okay, they don't want you to know that. Why? Because as long as you see those things as aliens, you see them as a threat, which they are. They're not a threat to blacks and Hispanics who keep the Lord's commandments. They are a threat to Esau and his kingdom. And he wants you to look at those UFOs like your enemy, just like they're his enemy. So that and when the day comes, when Christ returns with those same UFOs following behind him, you will fight against those UFOs instead of bowing down to your king, Yahushua. That's what they want. Do not be fooled. That is the whole entire plan. They've read this Bible. They know what's in it. They know what's in the sky, and they make movies to make you fear those UFOs, so that you are on their side when the day comes that they have to fight. Why do you think they're building a new what is it called? The Space Force. Why do you think they're building the Space Force? To deal with what's out there in space, what they think is out there in space, when really they come from the fourth dimension. But you're going to think, because you were brainwashed, because you were taught by your oppressor, you're going to think that those angels are your enemies. And that'll be the day that you fight alongside your enemy to try to destroy the angels of God. And you'll be wrong. And all you Christians will realize in that day that you've been wrong all along. When your flesh is hanging off of your bones. When your tongue has disappeared out of your mouth. When your eyeballs no longer exist. Because they've been blasted away by nuclear hellfire. You want to see hell? That's what hell looks like. UFOs and nukes. All at the same time. That's hell. It ain't underground. It ain't where you go after you unalive. All right, let's go on to the book of Leviticus. Let's get it. Book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 1. The Most High called unto Moses and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd. It's like it. 1 second. Let's see if y'all can hear me, man. I don't think ain't nobody reacting with me, man. Ain't nobody responding with me. So let me go find out if this audio coming through clear. Sometimes you gotta pop up and show them. Let's see. Around in the cloud like those. All right, cool. So I'm loud and clear. That's all I need to know. All right. Let's get it. Switch this. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd, and of the flock. What does that mean? It's talking about your bulls, your lambs, and your chickens. You understand? Verse 3. If his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. What does this mean? The sacrifice that you bring, if it's of the flock, you understand? Well, it has to be without blemish, meaning, you know, sometimes you have sheep or goats. I think the plural for sheep is sheep. I just say sheep. Sometimes you have sheep that are, you know, not one solid color. You understand? Or they might have, you know, some defects, or it might be missing a leg, or it might be missing a horn if it's a goat. It might be, you know, crippled. It might have some type of blemish. You understand? Well, the Lord wants this sacrifice to be perfect. Why is that? Because it's not because he's going to use it. It's not because he has some type of want or need for it, but because it's a sacrifice to you if it's a perfect lamb. You know how much they would pay for a perfect lamb, for a perfect goat, you understand? For a perfect cow or whatever the case is. That's top dollar. And you could go and sell that animal and get a pretty good price for it because it doesn't have any blemishes. It might be a strong male, you know what I'm saying? Very, very, you know, potent. You understand? Very potent down there. Like if he breeds with one of your other animals, of the female variety, you know, every one of them babies are going to come out just as perfect as him. You might have that, and somebody would pay you a lot for that lamb or that goat or whatever it is. Well, instead of going and selling it, you're going to sacrifice it because that's what it means to sacrifice. You have to give us something that's worth something to you, not something that means nothing. This is why Cain's sacrifice was not noticed by the Most High, wasn't acknowledged by the Most High, because it wasn't something that was worth something. It was just something all right, I'll just give him this. That's how Cain did it. He just, I'll give him that. You got $10, right? And you say, well, you know, all right, let me go to the store real quick and get some change. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get some change, and I'll give you $1 out of 10. Or I'll give you 50 cents out of 10. You know, I'm gonna go buy, you know, get some cash back. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go to the store, instead of going to an ATM where they're gonna charge you money to take money off your card, you go and do cash back. And so you buy, you know, a Mountain Dew or a damn pint of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? And then you get cash back afterwards. Yeah, the Lord is like, no, nigga, you gonna give me that money and you're gonna give it to me in full, because that's the sacrifice. You don't give me the scraps. You don't give me scraps of the sacrifice. The sacrifice is no longer a sacrifice because you're just giving me what you want to give me. You can't do that. That's not a sacrifice at all. You understand? What else does it say? He shall offer it of his own voluntary will, meaning nobody can force you to do it either. You understand? Nobody is going to force you to give a sacrifice to nobody. That's one thing that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K is not going to force you to pay tithes, but we will constantly remind you that you need to pay tithes. And if you don't, that's between you and the Lord. The Lord be with you. You understand? If you make a sacrifice, it's of your own free will. If you give a priest offering, it's of your own free will. You understand? So, of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. Verse 4, and he shall put it, and that's another thing too. You're not giving it to the Lord. You ain't going up to no mountain. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Moses did in the book of Exodus. He ain't going up to no mountain and leaving it at the top of the mountain for the Lord to have. You know what I'm saying? That's what the heathens do. The heathens will make a shrine in their closet and just keep piling up food in the closet, and it's getting all moldy because nobody's eating it. They'll pile up. You know, I'm in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? We are right here in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? You go down to New Orleans, there's niggas who will make a shrine for whatever, you know, voodoo god they believe in, and offering candy and snacks and stuff like that because that god loves snacks and candy, and they'll leave the candy there on the altar as if the goddamn god is gonna come and eat the candy. Now you go ask them what happens to the candy. You know what I mean? I hope they throw it away instead of just leaving it there to rot and get ants all everywhere. Hope they just throw it away because that God is not coming to eat no candy, or that spirit, or whatever you want to call it. It's not coming to eat that candy, man. And that's not what you do. That's not what the Lord had us to do. The Lord said, leave it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. That's where the priests are. That's where the men of God are. And they're going to take that as sacrifice, and they're going to eat it. It's going to be theirs. Why? Because the priests are the inheritance of God. Or so like God is the inheritance of the priest. You understand? He gives them his sacrifice. When you give a sacrifice, the Lord gives that sacrifice to his priest. That's in the Bible. It's not my words. All right, verse 4. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. All right. All right. And he shall kill the bullock before the Lord. And the priest, Aaron's sons, shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood round about upon the altars that is by the door, in the tabernacles of the congregation. And he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into his pieces. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire upon the altar and lay the wood in order upon the fire. And the priest, Aaron's sons, shall lay the parts, the head and the fat, in order upon the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. All right, so everybody getting ready to burn this sacrifice, man. They done drained all the blood out, which is what you see in the butcher shop, right? If you ever been to a butcher shop, you know what I'm saying, you might want to close your ears if you squeamish or you just don't like talk like this, you know what I'm saying? But at a butcher shop, you understand, when they butcher a cow or a bull, obviously they slice the throat, and then they allow the blood to drain out of the throat. And if they're able to, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, cows real big. Sometimes they let the cow just drain out like standing how it is. But if they're able to, some animals that are, you know, lightweight enough, they'll hang them by its hind legs. And that way all of the blood starts to pour out of his neck. You understand? And then after all the blood is drained out, now of course there's going to be residual blood, which you have to cook out of your food. When you buy food from a butcher shop, there's still going to be blood in the food, but you have to cook it out. But that's why they let it all drain out, because you would never get rid of the blood if it was just left inside the corpse. And it might go bad from all that blood. But you have to drain all that stuff out, cook it out, and stuff like that. Then they also cut it into pieces. They'll cut the head off, and cut this part and that part, and that's where you get terms like chuck roast and T-bone and wishbone, and you know, all these different things, all these different cuts of a you know, you got the brisket, you got the belly, you got all the ribs, all these different cuts of the meat. You know what I'm saying? Just like in a butcher shop. And that's what you see these priests doing. They drain the blood, cut it into pieces, and now they're preparing the fire to do what? To roast this animal. And the priest, Aaron's son, shall lay the parts, the head and the fat, in order upon the wood that is on the fire which is upon the altar. But his inwards and his legs shall he wash in water. Right? You don't put them inwards, man. You don't put them inwards on straight on the fire, man. You wash them, and the priest shall burn all on the altar to be a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor. Just like how when you go outside, you smell barbecue. Don't it just smell so sweet? You understand? It smells wonderful. I love the smell of barbecue. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I like the smell of firewood. You know what I'm saying? Like smoke, you know, the smoke from firewood. Love that smell. And I love the smell of some, you know, barbecue beef or whatever, chicken, whatever you want to put on the grill. I love the smell of barbecue, man. I love it. Can't get enough of it. It's probably why I don't mind barbecuing when I'm asked to. Hey, did you get on the grill? All right, no sweat. I like the smell. You know what I mean? I don't like getting smoke all in my eyes and getting all teared up, but I like the smell, and I like to cook too. So shoot, you know. Now I said that I'm about to be cooking at everybody events. All right, verse 10. And if his offering be of the flocks, namely of the sheep or of the goats, for a burnt sacrifice, he shall bring it a male without blemish, and he shall kill it on the side of the altar, northward. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading too much. I should stop at 9. All right. Verse 10 in the Hebrew. Wa'am mana ha tazan kwarabanwa mana ha kashabyam awa mana ha Isayam la Ila Zakar Tamayam Yakwara Yabanwa. Verse 11. Wa Shakat Ath Wa Il Yarak Ha Mazabak Tazapana Lapanya Yahweh Wazara Kowa Banya Aharan Ha Kahanyam Ath Damwa Al Ha Mazabak Sabayab Wanathak Athwa La Nathak La Nathakan, it's like it. La Nathak Yawa Wa'ath Ra'asha Wa'ath Darawa Wa'Iraq Ha-Kahan Atham Al Ha-Aitaza. So like Ha-Aitazam Ashar Al Ha-Mazabak. Verse 13. Waha Kurab Waha Kara'ayim Yarakataza Ba Mayam wa ha korab ha kahan ath kahal hakal wa ha kwatayar ha mazabak ha al ha. It's like an ayla ha wa'a asha na yakal na yakka la Yahweh wa mana ha I.W.A.P. ayla Quara banwa la Yahweh waha Quara yab ma na ha taryam awa mana banya hawa ya hawa yana af Quara banwa. Verse 15 wa a Quara yabwa ha kahan all ha mazbak ha malak ath ra'ashwa wa ha kwatayar ha mazabak ha wana mataza damwa al khazar ha mazabak. Verse 16. Wa asayar ath ma ra'ath wa bana tazata waha shalayak atha atazal ha mazabak kodama kodamha all ma kwam ha the sun. Verse 17 wa shasai athwa ba kana payawa no ba kana yawa all zabad y'all waha kwatayar athwa ha kahan ha mazabak ha mazabak ha al ha I tazayam ashar al ha'ash ayla hawa'a asha rayak nayakak la Yahweh wana pash kaya da korayab koraban ma naka la Yahweh salath Yahweh Salakia. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 2 now. Forgive me. So that was verse 1. This is verse 2. Book of Leviticus chapter 2 verse 2. Wa ha baya ha all banya haran ha kahanyam wa kwa mataza masham masham mala'a kwa mataza wa ma salata wa ma shamana al called la banatha wa kwatayar ha kahan af azakan saga azakarath ha mazabakha asha rayak nayakka la Yahweh. All right, in the English, the book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 10. And if his offering be of the flocks, namely of the sheep, or of the goats. See, I was right. It is plural. Sheep is plural. There we go. Bet y'all couldn't see it. Sheep, right here. Plural. Of the sheep or of the goats for a burnt sacrifice. He shall bring it a male without blemish, and he shall kill it on the side of the altar, northward before the Most High. And the priest, Aaron's sons, shall sprinkle his blood round about upon the altar. And he shall cut it into his pieces, his head and his fat. And the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. All right, so it's the same thing. You see the same thing. But he shall wash the inwards and the legs with water. And the priest shall bring it all and bring it upon the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor. So you don't just the inwards and the legs, you don't just throw that on the grill. You wash it. You know what I mean? Man, I don't think I should say this, but something like them chitlins you Christians like to eat. You know what I mean? You take them inwards, man. You make sure you wash them, don't you? Yeah, boy, you make sure you wash them chitlins, them shitlins. Why? Because they lined with you know what. And you make sure you don't get none of that in your pot. So you go and wash it out. But that's what it's telling you to do, man. Don't just throw them legs and them inwards on the grill. You know what I mean? Put them in some water, wash them out. Wash that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say that ain't no sweet savor. Remember, the whole point is so it's a sweet savor unto the Lord. You don't want that nasty stuff on the fire, man. On the grill, on the fire pit. You don't want it up there. You don't want that on the altar, man. Wash them things out, man. I'm not really sure too much about them legs. There must be something going on with them legs. The legs be walking around in that dirt and that mud and that everything else. You gotta wash the legs, man. You just throw that on the grill. You understand? It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 14. And if the burnt sacrifice for his offering to the Lord be of fowls, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or of young pigeons. You see that? And doves and them pigeons. Hey, man. Some of y'all ain't never ate pigeon. Ain't eat no turtle doves, man. Look, I was just talking to my rib last night, and them turtle doves, man, I don't know. They too pretty to be killed and eaten, man. Let them doves live, man. But guess what? The Lord loves them, man. I wonder why. They probably are delicious. They are probably delicious. A pigeon, y'all know what a pigeon is. And pigeons be flooding New York. New York know about pigeons, man. I know a little something about pigeons myself. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a pigeon or two in my little days. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been on the earth long, but in the short while that I've been here, I've seen a few pigeons. You understand? I ain't never eat one. But who knows, man? Them things probably are delicious. They worth sacrificing. The Lord said, bring them. If your offering is of fowls, and that's to you Christians as well, man. Because y'all like to say, man, sacrifices ain't money. It's fruits and vegetables, or it's animals or whatever, or tithes ain't money, it's fruits and vegetables and animals and things like that. Okay, bring it. I ain't see not. Listen, man. Look, I ain't see nobody bring in. All you Christian lights that talk about how sacrifices and tithes is fruits and vegetables and animals. I ain't seen you bringing out one dove to command your YAHANNA. I ain't seen you bringing out one tomato, not an apple, nothing. The last time you seen command your YAHANNA receive an apple, you ain't bringing it. You understand? But here's the thing, man. This was before, money was the bigger commodity. Back then, animals and vegetables and fruits were the bigger commodity. Now, what do? People trade their fruits and vegetables and their commodity and their they trade their fruits and vegetables and their animals for money. That's the bigger commodity in these days. That's the bigger sacrifice. Money. You know what I'm saying? Animals and stuff, that was the commodity back then. Today, the commodity is money. And that's just life. Life keeps going. You understand? Verse 14. And if the burnt sacrifice for his offering to the Lord be of fowls, then he shall bring. Sorry, I read that. Verse 15. And the priest shall bring it unto the altar and wring off his neck and burn it on the altar. And the blood thereof shall be wrung out at the side of the altar. And he shall pluck away his crop with his feathers and cast it beside the altar on the east part by the place of the ashes. Verse 17. And he shall cleave it with the wings thereof, but shall not divide it asunder. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, upon the wood that is upon the fire. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Okay, chapter 2 now. Chapter 2, verse 1 in the book of Leviticus. And when any will offer a meat offering unto the Most High, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it, and put frankincense thereon. Talk about it. This is what type of offering is this? It sounds like a fried altar offering. It's like a deep fried offering. You understand? It sounds like it smells delicious. Fine flour with some oil and some frankincense on it. Verse 2. And he shall bring it to Aaron's sons and the priests, and he shall take thereout his handful of the flour thereof, and of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof, and the priest shall burn the memorial of it upon the altar, to be an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. All right, that's that. So that's how sacrifices was done. We're going to keep reading about it in the Hebrew, starting at verse 3. Book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 3. All right. YAHANNA Watharath Mana Ha Manaka La Aharon Wa Labanya Wa Labanyawa Kodashim Ma'ashia Yahweh Wakaya, verse 4, Wakaya Dakorab Koraban Manaka Ma'apa Tanawar Salath Kalawath Matazath Balawath Bashaman Warak Yakwaya Matazawath Mashakyam Bashaman. Verse 5, Wa'am Manaka Al Hamakabath Korabanka Salath Balawalha Bashaman Mataza Tahaya. Verse 6, Pathawath Atha Pathyam Waya Tazakwath Aliyah Shaman Manaka Hawa'a. Verse 7, Wa'am Manakath, Mara Kashath, Korabunka, Salak Bashaman, the Aisha, verse 8, Waha Ba'ath, Ath Ha Manaka, Ashar, Ya'aisha, Ma Allah, La Yahweh, Waha Korayabha, All Kahan, Waha Gayasha, or Waha Gayasha, All Ha Mazabak, Wahayam, Hawaryam, Hakahan, Mana Manakash, Mana Ha Manaka, Ath Azakaratha, Waha Kwa Sayar, Ha Mazabakha, Ashar, Rayak, Nayakak, La Yahweh, Kodash, Kodashim, Ma'ash, Ya Yahweh, Call Ha Manaka, Ashar, Da Korayabwa, La Yahweh, La'ah, Da Aisha, Ha Matazah, Kaya, Call Sha'ar, Wa Call the Bash, La'ah, Da Kwataya, La'ah, Da Kwatayarwa, Mamanwa, Asha, La Yahweh. Verse 12. Quaraban, Ra'ashiyath, Da Quarayabwa, Atham, La Yahweh, Wa All Hamazabak, La'ah, Ya'alwa, La Rayak, Nayakak. That's the end of verse 12. The book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 3, in the English. And the remnant of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a thing most holy of the offerings of the Lord by fire. Verse 4. And if thou bring an oblation of a meat offering, baken in the oven, it shall be unleavened cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, or unleavened wafers anointed with oil. All right. You got wafers and you got cakes. Verse 5. And if thy oblation, okay, first of all, let me let y'all know what an oblation is. An oblation is the same as an offering. Okay. And I'll give you the definition word for word. Oblation. Because I ain't want to just cruise past that and y'all be like, what the heck is an oblation? This is a class. So let me teach you a little something. Slightly. Oblation. Oblation definition according to Oxford Languages. A thing presented or offered to God or a God. All right, so that is an oblation. Like I said, pretty much the same thing as an offering. It's just telling you this is something that you offer to God. So now we know what an oblation is. Share this tab instead. So if thy oblation be a meat offering baken in a pan, it shall be of fine flour, unleavened, mingled with oil. Oof. What was that, like a casserole or something? I don't think there's no casserole. What's that like? Somebody put in the comments. What would that be? It's a meat offering baked with fine flour and oil. What that sound like? It sound kind of like, I mean, I guess it could be like a meat pie. I guess it could be like a, what is it? What they call it? Pot pie. Could be. Unleavened flour. I mean, flour made with fine flour, unleavened and mingled with oil. What's that? Y'all gotta help me out with that one. Verse 6. Some of y'all bakers in the oven, wow. Some of y'all bakers in the comments. This one, I should call the comment section the oven. Yeah, it gets hot. Yeah, somebody in the comment section, let me know, man. What is a meat? What is a dish that you bake in the oven that you use flour and oil on? All right. Verse 6. Thou shalt part it in pieces and pour oil thereon. It is a meat offering. And if thy oblation be a meat offering, baking in the frying pan. I'm getting hungry. What is the food at? If it be a meat offering baking in a frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. Somebody tell me what dish do you bake in a frying pan, mingle with fine flour and oil? Fried chicken. That sounds like fried chicken to me. Sounds delicious. Verse 8. When my stomach talking, boy, ooh, shut up. It'll be over soon. We almost done. Verse 8. And thou, hold on, my bad. And thou shalt bring the meat offering that is made of these things unto the Lord. And when it is presented unto the priest, he shall bring it unto the altar. And the priest shall take from the meat offering of a memorial thereof, and shall burn it upon the altar. It is an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 10. And that which is left of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a thing most holy of the offerings of the Lord made by fire. Yeah, them priests was getting down, man. The priest was getting down. You understand me? Verse 11. No meat offering which ye shall bring unto the Lord shall be made with leaven, for ye shall burn no leaven, nor any honey in any offering of the Lord made by fire. Verse 12. As for the oblation of the first fruits, ye shall offer them unto the Lord, but they shall not be burnt on the altar for a sweet savor. And they definitely not gonna sit there and rot. All right, verse. We back in the Hebrew, and we're going to read verse 13 through Leviticus chapter 3, verse 6. So Leviticus 2 and 13, Leviticus 3 and 6. Wakal Korban Manakathak Ba Malak Da Malak Walaa Da Shabayath Malak Barayath Alahayak Ma'al Manakathak Al Kal Korabanak. I think that's Korabanka. Da Korayab Malak, verse 14. Wa'am Da Korayab Manakath Ba Kawaryam La Yahweh Abayab Kwa Laya Ba'ash Garash Karamal Da Korayab Ath Manakath Ba Kawaryaka. Verse 15. Wanathath Al Ya Shaman Wa Shamat Al Ya Labanha Manaka Hawa'a. Verse 16. Waha Kwatayar Kahan Ha Kahan Af Azakaratha Magarashha Wa Ma Shamana Al Kal Labanatha Asha La Yahweh. All right. Chapter 3. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 1. Wa'am Zabak Shalamayam Kwa Rabanwa Am Mana Ha Bakwar Ha Wa'a Ma Kwarayab Am Zakar Am Nakwaba Tamayam Ya Kwarayab Wat Nawa Lapanya Yahweh. Verse 2. Wasamak Yadwa Al Ra'ash Korabanwa Wa Shakata Wa Shakatwa Pathak Ahal Mawa'id Wazarakwa Banya Aharan Ha Kahanyam Ath Hadam Al Ha Mazbak Go ahead. I lost my place. Mazbak. All right, Mazabak Ha Shalamayam Asha La Yahweh Ath Ha Kalab Ha Ma Kasa Ath Ha Korab Wa'ath Kal Ha Kalab Ashar Al Ha Korab. Verse 4. Wa'ath Shafya Ha Kalayath Wa'ath Ha Kalab Ashar Ailahan Ashar Al Ha Kasalayam Wa'ath Hayatarath Al Ha Kabad Al Hakal Yawath Ya Sayarana. Verse 5. Waha Kwatayarwa Athwa Banya Aharan Ha Mazabakha Al Ha'ayla Ashar Al Ha'aytazayam Ashar Al Ha'ash Ashar Rayak Na Yakak La Yahweh. Verse 6. Wa'am Mana Ha Taza'an Korabanwa La Zabak Shalamyam La Yahweh Zakar Awa Na Koba Da Mayam Ya Kwarayab Nawa. And that's the end of verse 6. Now, in the English, the book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 13. In the English. And every oblation of thy meat offering shalt thou season with salt. You mean to tell me we had this book for thousands of years and we didn't know that the white man is the devil? Salaki. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't call him white. He's not white. The pink man is the devil. We didn't notice. They don't season the goddamn food with salt. I'm about to lose my mind. This is right here in the Bible. You telling me that for thousands of years we didn't know that the people that do not season their food are not the people that's in the Bible. We didn't know that? Okay. All right. We gonna mosey on past that. All right. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. This is poetic. Hey, man. Brother, sister, you season that damn chicken up. You hear me? Don't let nobody tell you that you're using too much seasoning. Season it up. The Lord loves it. He wants you to season that food. I mean, those people are not God's people. Clearly. I mean, they don't even season their goddamn food correctly. This is a small thing. This is a small thing. And them as a nation can't even season their food. You telling me they the children of God? They the Israelites? Come on, bro. You can miss me with that. Somebody let me know that you agree with me in the comment section. Can somebody let me know? Like, come on now. What are we doing here? We still trying to figure out if God's people if Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are God's people. We still trying to figure that out. You got to see, the Lord said, listen, he said, this is poetic. I love the Most High, man. It says, neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. Don't lack with the season that thing, man. You're gonna try the Lord like that. You ain't gonna put no salt in nothing. You can't not season your meat. You can't not season. Listen, when we come into the truth, we study so that we become seasoned, so that we know how to deal with, our brothers and sisters. We know how to deal with issues in the world. That's what it means. When we come in here, we get seasoned. The Lord said, be seasoned with salt with the way that you approach a man. You know what I'm saying? Or the way that you deal with somebody. Like, you got to be seasoned. The Lord loves seasoning, man. He loves seasoning. You gonna hold back on the seasoning? You think that white people who don't season their food is the people of God? You crazy. They ain't got no seasoning, man. They don't listen. You ever heard a white person try to joke with you? They jokes don't even be seasoned. Their conversations don't even be seasoned. Like, oh, having a good day, aren't we? Like, what the fuck? Like, what was that? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little off topic, but it's so heavy what we learn here in this school, man. It's so heavy what we learn from Commander YAHANNA that we never learned being in any religion in the earth about the Bible. No religion has ever taught this. They didn't tell you that you got to season your food. They didn't tell you got to season your offerings, your meat offerings. The Lord wants you to season those things. You know what I'm saying? They didn't teach us this. I know it seems small, but think about how heavy this is. These are things that let us know that we the children of God. It's just because it's part of who we are. It's ingrained in our DNA. Yeah, we fry chicken. Yeah, we season it up. Guess what? We wash our food. There's another thing that these heathens don't do. We wash our hands. The Lord said you got to clean yourself. Can't be unclean. We take showers and we use soap and we use rags. A lot of these folks out here, I heard they're not using rags, man. I heard a lot of y'all get in the shower and y'all shampoo y'all hair and y'all let the shampoo from y'all hair run down your body, and that's what cleans you. But then at the same time, guess what y'all say? Y'all say you only have to shampoo your hair once a week. Hold up, man. If you only got to shampoo your hair once a week, then are you saying that you only take a shower once a week? Because that's how you get clean. You don't use soap in a rag. You use shampoo soap. You wash your hair with shampoo and you let it run down your body. And if you're only doing that once a week, then you're only showering once a week. And by the way, showering with shampoo is appropriate for a dog. But I digress. We are clean people, man. And the Bible tells us to be a clean people. It's in our culture. It's in our DNA. All right. What else we got? Let's keep reading some more of this good stuff. Verse 14. If I offer a meat offering of the first fruit, I read that. Nope. Hold up. Thou shalt offer for the meat offering of thy first fruits green ears of corn, dried by the fire, even corn beaten out of full ears. Mm-hmm. Corn kernels. You understand? What else we got? Verse 15. And thou shalt put oil upon it and lay frankincense thereon. So like lay frankincense thereon. It is a meat offering. All right. Verse 16. And the priest shall burn the memorial of it, part of the beaten corn thereof, and part of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. The Lord loves some popcorn too, I guess. It's lying. That sounds like popcorn to me. Yeah, dry the corn out. That's what they do. They dry it out and then they heat it up until it pops. It's popcorn. And it's got oil and yeah, it's popcorn, man. All right. What else we got? And don't be fooled, by the way. A lot of recipes that you know about today do come from the Bible. A lot of recipes come from the Bible. Unleavened bread comes from the Bible. Those tortillas that you like to eat, those corn tortillas, that's in the Bible. That's straight out the Bible. All right. Fried chicken, straight out the Bible. I mean, we just went over a few dishes that we make today. You know what I'm saying? It was vague, but we understood that these are the type of food that we eat or make. Even if you don't even want to call it this, since it's an offering and a sacrifice, I won't say eat, but these are the dishes that we make. You understand? Cornbread, unleavened cakes, things like that, unleavened wafers and things like that. Man, we make those things. We always have. Okay. All right, what we got next? Chapter 3. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 1. And if his oblation be a sacrifice of peace offering, if he offer it of the herd, whether it be a male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before the Lord. Verse 2. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons, the priest, shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And he shall offer sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. The fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. And Aaron's sons shall burn it on the altar, upon the burnt sacrifice, which is upon the wood, that it is on the fire. It is an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 6. And if his offering for a sacrifice of peace offering unto the Lord be of the flock, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. All right, see, the Lord wants it to be, what you sacrifice to the Lord, it has to be perfect. You understand? He gave it to you perfect. Where else does all this stuff come from? I mean, you don't get these cattle and sheep and flock, fowls and stuff like that out of nowhere. The Lord give it to you. Even if you're a farmer, you know what I'm saying? I'm in an area where there's a lot of agriculture out here. You know what I mean? I see people growing corn and cotton and wheat and all type of stuff out here, right? The only way that you getting that is if the Lord gives it to you. Because the Lord is not, if the Lord don't want it, you're not getting it. You know what I mean? And it don't matter if you black or white or whatever you want to call it. That's not what it's about. If the Lord does not want it, it won't happen. But if the Lord wants it, then it will happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you're thinking about it like, oh, well, that means that he gives white people stuff. Well, that white man who's planting wheat and corn or whatever sells it so that it can go into your mouth. You understand? Fill your belly. So if the Lord didn't bless Esau with that cornfield or whatever, you would not eat. So always think like this. It's not coming from your oppressor. Your blessings do not come from your oppressor. You get a job. It's not from your oppressor. The person that hired you didn't give you that job. I pray y'all can understand this. The person that hired you at your slavery did not give you that job. The Lord gave you that job so that you can go and buy the things you need. You need a house, the Lord gave it to you. You need clothes, the Lord gave it to you. You need a car, the Lord gave you those things. Everything comes from the Most High, no matter how you got it. So that's one lesson y'all should take away from this. Everything's of the Lord. You should give thanks to the Most High for everything you have. All right. That being said, let's keep reading. Verse 6. And if his offering for a sacrifice, nope, hold up. I think we're going back. Yeah. Going back to the Hebrew. All right. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 7. Amma Kashab Hawa'a Ma Korayab Atha Korayab Korab Nawa Korabun Korab Nawa Waha Korayab Athwa Lapunya Yahweh. Verse 8. Wa Samka Ath Ath Yadawa Al give me a second. Let me start over. Wa Samka Ath Yadwa Al Ra'ash Kwarabanwa Wa Shakat Athwa Lapanya Ahol Ma Wa'aid Wa Zarakwa Banya Aharan Ath Damwa Al Ha Mazbak Sabayab. Verse 9. Wa Ha Korayab Mazbak Ha Shalam Yum Asha La Yahweh Kalabwa Ha Allahayam. It's like a Ha Alya Ha Alya Tha Tamayamha La Aimath Ha Aitaza Ya Saya Runha Ya Saya Runha Wa'ath Ha Khalab Ha Makasa Ath Ha Korab Wa'ath Kal Ha Kalab Ashar Al Ha Korab. Verse 10. Wa'ath Shatya Ha Kal Yath Wa'ath Ha Kalab Ashar Al Hun Ashar Al Ha Solyam Wa'at Ha Yath Rath Al Ha Kabar Al Ha Kalayath Yasayaranha, verse 11. Waha Kwa Tayarwa Hakahan Ha Mazabak Ha Lahkam Asha Layahaw, verse 12. Wa'am Aiza Kwarabanwa Waha Kwawarayabwa Lapanya Yahweh, verse 13. Wa Samka Ath Yadwa Al Ra'ashwa Wa Shakat Athwa Lapanya Akal Mawa'id Wa Zarakwa Banya Aharan Ath Damwa Al Hamazabak Sabayab, verse 14. Wa ha Korayab Ma Manwa Korabanwa Asha La Yahweh Ath Ha Kalab Ha Makasa Ath Ha Korab Wa'at Call Ha Kalab Ashar Al Ha Korab, verse 15. Wa'at Shatya Ha Kalayath Ha Mazabakha, looks like it. Ha Kalab Ashar Ailhan or Ailhana Ashar Ail Ha Kasalayam Ha Kasalyam Wa'ath Haya Tharath Al Ha Kabar Ail Ha Kalayath Yasa Yaranha. All right. In the English, the book of Leviticus, chapter 3. Okay. Verse 7. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then shall he offer it before the Lord. Verse 8. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about upon the altar. And he shall offer the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. The fat thereof and the whole rump, it shall he take. It's like it shall he take off hard by the backbone, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. Verse 11. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 12. And if his offering be a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord. He shall lay his hand upon the head of it and kill it before the tabernacle. And the congregation and the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood thereof upon the altar round about. Verse 14. And he shall offer thereof his offering, even an offering made by fire unto the Most High. The fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. And that concludes the Sabbath service. SHALAM. Oh dang, hold up real quick. Yes, I didn't even see that message you said. He said, damn right, we are the salt of the earth. You're right. That's another thing. We the salt of the Lord. Love him some salt. You gonna let some Edomite disrespect the Lord by not adding salt to anything? Huh. They don't add salt to what they do, what they say, what they eat. Man, they are not the salt of the earth at all. SHALAM. SALAH game, my bad. I had to address that real quick. All right. Well, pun yahako. Imagine, which means to stand. Sar with pun yahako dum, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to send up the prayers first in the Hebrew and then in the English. All right, repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'aratiza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawak Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahataparath, La'aiwalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Cock the power. Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah, Baba Kusha, Nathanawa, Hakak, Yarapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakoyim, Hamatyim, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama'ala, Agarshan, Ba'asham, Yahushai, the water, Aman. In English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it. Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahushua, wa Mayaka'ala, wa Alahayim, Atazab Ya'ah, Alawak Yahanna, Ha Alawakim, Ha Saranyim, Ha Kwatazayanyim, Ha Kayayolim, Wa Ha Akwati, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, the water, Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh. and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ab, Ayanya, Al Haharya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Izaria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'aratiza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tizalka, Aliyad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, the Ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar Tazathka, Waba Wa'aka, Ma'aitha, Wa'ida Balam, in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashaqua, Al Kayahana, Al Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Wa Mashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'itazawa, I.S.U.P.K, Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakita, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamyasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, La, Yakadwa, Awyaka, Baryath, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Oyashamai Alayam, Wa Mawa'aba, Ahoya, Adawam, Oyashamai Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagaryam, Gabal, Wa I'm a lock. Wait, so like I'm a one. Wa I'm a lock. Palashaf. I'm Yeshabi. Taza war. Gum Asha war. Nalawa. I mum. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadi. Kasaya Sara'a. Kayabi. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayanda Ara. Hayawa. The man. La'a the ma. Shayatamwa. Nadiyamawa. Ka'ira. Wa Kaza'aba. Wa Kazabak. Wa Katazamanai. Call Nasi Akamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Na Yarasha. La Nawa. Ath. Na Awa. Alahaya. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagogala. Kakwash. Lapanyaraka. Ka'ash. Daba Ira. Wa Kalahaba. Alahat. Haryam. Khan. Daradapma. Basa Iraka. Wa Basawapatka. Thabahalam. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kuala 1. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashua, Wayabahawa, Ayad, Wayakapara, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labaka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha-Ratza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Verse 5. For they, I don't know why I said verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeed. Yeah, all their princes, as Zabah and as Zamunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like it will, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burnt the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Judgment tie, hands down, Sar, which means turn. Sisters can be seated. And if Israel, we're going to give you a courtesy salute. If Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Judgment tie, hands down. Sisters can stand. And if Israel turn and face the sisters, if Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters in the class. And if Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Latan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah. Judgment tie, hands down. Sorry. Before y'all go, y'all can be seated, but before y'all go, I just want to let y'all know, we put this on the screen. Kabuya. You understand? It's going down August 2nd, 3 p.m., Shreveport, Louisiana. You understand? The address is not, hold up. I can get the address there. I know it is. Bam. Address is on there now. So 3222 West 70th Street, Shreveport, Louisiana. We're going down, man. We're gonna have everything that you just read about in Leviticus about putting things and whatnots on the grill is about to go down August 2nd. Understand? We're gonna be cooking up some fried chicken with salt. We're gonna have probably some lamb with salt. We're gonna have some green beans and stuff like that with salt. You understand? There will not be anything unsalted at this event. Even the brotherhood is going to be seasoned to perfection. So come through, get down. It's going down, and I'll see you there. Shalom.
Yeah, Babylon is falling.